guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading, we'll be doing the general reading for the month of December 2017. Hard to believe that we are entering the last month of the year. This year certainly seems to have gone by very quickly. Just a couple of announcements before we actually get into the reading. First of all, for today's reading, I will be doing a 10-card Celtic cross spread using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck. I'll pull one additional card from the Soul's Journey Lesson Card deck by James van Praagh. If I need to clarify anything, I will probably use the Sibylla's, or I might use the Shadowscapes Tarot deck. But I will leave all of the information on the decks that I use in the reading in the description box below the video. These are, just to remind everybody, these are general readings for each of the astrological signs. So the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way that you can really get, a personalized reading that really focuses on you and what's going on specifically in your life is by ordering a private reading. If you're interested in getting a private reading with me, all of the information can be found on my website. That is changingphasestarot.weebly.com. You can also email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com. And just to let you know, during the month of December, I will put out, in addition to this general reading, I will put out the mid-monthly reading focusing on love and career and finance. And I will put out one additional video for the upcoming years. That will be a special 2018 preview focusing on the energy surrounding us for each of the months of 2018. And that will be for each of the astrological signs. So be looking out for that as well. And I'm wishing everybody a wonderful month. This is a month with lots of holidays. It's the holiday season. So I'm sending much love and light your way. Okay, give me 1 second and I will be right back with the shuffle. See you in a minute. Hi Pisces, I'm here to do your December 2017 reading. I have already been shuffling off camera and have meditated on the cards, so I'll just give the cards a few more shuffles here. Again, just to remind you, I did mention this in the introduction, but these readings are general, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. It'll be good to check out your sun sign, because this reading is for Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. But also check out your rising sign and your moon sign. That way you'll have a better picture of what's coming up during the month. And if one of the messages maybe doesn't resonate as much, the other might, or the other two might. So here we go. What does Pisces need to know? What are the messages for Pisces? That felt right. Okay. Pisces for the month of December 2017. Here we go. We have at the center of the reading the King of Pentacles. Crossing the King of Pentacles. Oh, the Tower. Major Arcana. The foundation of the reading, the Queen of Wands. In the past position, the Six of Wands. Crowning the reading, the King of Wands. Okay, lots of people here. And let me move this out the way. In the future position, oh, beautiful. You have Major Arcana number 17, the Star. Love this card. You in the reading are the Ten of Swords. I'll clarify this, don't worry. Set everything up first and then we'll get to that. In your environment is the Four of Swords. Your hopes and fears, the Five of Wands. And the outbound energy for the month, the King of Swords. And the overall energy for the month of December, the card at the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, let me set this down and pull one card from the Soul's Journey deck. So what additional message does Pisces need to hear for the month of December 2017? One additional message for Pisces for the month of December. What does Pisces need to hear? And the additional message from this deck is Purpose. It says, I know what I'm here to do. That's a beautiful card. Okay. And the card from the Soulful Woman deck. One additional message for Pisces. What does the water sign Pisces need to know? What additional message do you have for Pisces for the month of December 2017? What does Pisces need to know? One additional message for Pisces for the month of December. Here we go. Savoring the positive. I allow myself the spaciousness of savoring the delicious gifts in my life. That's a very nice card. Okay, give me 1 second here, Pisces. Let me just set everything up so we can see the cards a little better, and I'll be right back with the reading. All right, Pisces. I've set everything up here. I think I will clarify 2 cards in the reading. I might end up clarifying 3 with the King of Swords, but let's I'll just pull some clarifiers on the Tower and the Ten of Swords. So I'll be using the Shadowscapes tarot deck to clarify. So Spirit, please clarify the Tower in the reading for Pisces for December. What does Pisces need to know? What does this Tower represent in the reading for Pisces, December? Okay. We divide into 3 here. All right. And we have coming out on the Tower, the first card out is, that's a repeater, the Ten of Swords. So this is actually the message for you in the reading. So obviously this message needs to come through for the month. So the Ten of Swords, followed by the 8 of Pentacles, and in the future position, Major Arcana, the Fool. Okay. Now let me clarify the Ten of Swords. So what does Pisces need to know about the Ten of Swords? Please clarify the Ten of Swords in the reading for Pisces, December 2017. Okay, let me divide the deck. Okay, so on the Ten of Swords, we have coming out in the past position. All right, this obviously these 2 messages need to come out, because on the Tower we got the Ten of Swords as a clarifier, and on the Ten of Swords we got the Tower. So these messages definitely are meant for you. The second card that we have coming out on the Ten of Swords is the Queen of Swords. And the last card, Major Arcana, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So I will get to the meaning of these clarifiers when we get to that card in the reading. Okay, but let's begin with our overall energy for the month. We have the Ace of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles is earth energy. So this is very grounded energy. It's the energy that has to do with our work, the money that we make from the work that we do, our finances, our financial security, the material things that we are able to get in life from the money that we make doing the jobs that we do. It also has to do with ourselves, right? Working on ourselves. That could be through, through going back to school, through our education, the knowledge that we have. It also has to do with our home. So it's a suit that has to do with sort of the things, the tangible things that we can touch and feel here in the material realm. Now, aces are new beginnings. So, and aces are also yes cards. So, having this as the overall energy, this is a very, it's a great energy to have for the month of December, but it also signifies, that you have the means to reach a goal or to manifest your dreams into reality. So it speaks of having the ability to attract what you need, in order to prosper, while at the same time remaining very grounded, right, as you do that. Um, Sometimes it asks us to trust in reliable people that we have around us at this time. Aces are new beginnings, besides being yes cards. So this could be a new beginning with regards to finances, right? Financial stability. This could be a new job offer coming in, right? Sometimes the Ace of Pentacles has to do with a new offer that brings in more financial stability. So this could be a new job offer, or just something that is going to, make you feel more stable with regards to your finances and your material possessions during the month of December. Okay, getting to here, the two cards at the middle of the reading. So you have the King of Pentacles crossed by the Tower card. So King of Pentacles, again, Pentacles energy, Earth energy. The King is, he has mastered everything that he needs to master of the Pentacles suit. Okay, so he has worked long and hard to reach the position of King, and he's somebody who does represent security, great financial security, prosperity, success. He's somebody who's very reliable. Very skillful, very knowledgeable in the practical things in life, right? Somebody who's he's very honest and trustworthy. He's not overly sentimental, but he's a very kind and caring person. Okay, so if this is somebody that you are dealing with in the month of December, this could be typically an older earth sign male. If it is, it would be a Virgo or a Taurus or a Capricorn. But in the general readings, doesn't necessarily have to be, it's not gender specific, so it could be male or female. But what's crossing this person is the Tower card, which, is why I pulled the clarifiers on it. Because the Tower card, I know some people, they get very scared or very freaked out when the Tower card appears in a reading. I don't. That's not how I read the card. Yes, it's a card that symbolizes or can symbolize, some type of destruction or, the crumbling away of something in your life. So, major upheaval, major life event. I don't see it as being negative, because if we think about, this, we see there's a lightning bolt coming in. So this could have to do with something to do with finding out news, a major or striking revelation. I really see it more as some type of monumental change, right? And this monumental change or shift, it really, it kind of breaks down and gets rid of this foundation that was already a little shaky anyway. So it wasn't that stable to begin with, right? And with this crossing this very stable figure of the King of Pentacles, I feel that, whatever this was, this needed to happen. So if this was you finding out, something that was very sort of life-changing, very dramatic and drastic, it needed to happen, right? And it's important to remember that how we perceive this drastic change really kind of determines how we are going to adapt and, shift into the new circumstances or the new opportunities. And so sometimes we do need to change our perspective, right? And it's how we see things, how we, when something like this, this very unexpected event happens, it's really our perception and how we deal with the situation, how we perceive the situation, that really is going to influence and affect, the outcome. Sort of, if we look at the changes as being positive, and kind of go with the flow and accept the change and, move into the new opportunities that are brought in with it. then, you know, it's very positive. If we view it as, you know, oh, it's the end of the world, it's terrible, you know, that something ended. And this could be, you know, it could be, for example, with a job, you have a new job offer coming in. So maybe this was news, you know, that had to do with your job. Maybe the company's downsizing, or, you know, your hours were cut or something along those lines. Well, maybe you don't like the job that much to begin with. And so with the new job, you know, yes, one thing is ending, but there's something new and better and more that will bring in greater financial stability coming in. So it's all about how you perceive that, right? And how you accept this change. And I do get that with the clarifiers, because like I was saying, there's the repeated card, right? The 10 of Swords in the past position. And 10 of Swords, it's not a great card. It has to do with betrayal. It has to do with feeling stabbed in the back. It has to do with sometimes lies, deceit, things being hidden from you, right? But again, it's a 10, and in the tarot, 10s are endings, and it's the same kind of message with, you know, endings. You're only able to begin something new, to have this ace, to have this new beginning, if there's an ending. So we have the ending here. The Eight of Pentacles comes in to say, you know, I feel with these clarifiers, looking at the three cards together, I feel as though this is more you working on yourself and needing to work on yourself here, you know, and really sort of focus on, you know, what is your purpose here, and what is it that you are you know, really here to do. Because this is typically, it's called the Apprentice card, right? The Eight of Pentacles. And it's the person who's working very hard at his or her craft to master that craft. So this could be you going back to school, right? Or you're in a position, and in order to move up in the company, you need to do additional training, or you need to go back and get an MBA, or you need to, you know, whatever it might be, is you working on yourself. But this can also have to do with working on yourself more from an internal, right? And this internal kind of working through different things, right? Working on like the way that you adapt to change, or, you know, that type of energy as well. It's not just finances, right? Even though this is the Eight of Pentacles, it can sometimes be viewed as like this self-improvement card, and, you know, and working on yourself here. And I believe that that's needed to get over whatever this Ten of Swords is, in order to push you into this energy of the Fool. Okay, and you have, this is the outbound energy here on the clarifiers, and the Fool it's the 0 card. It's the first card of the major arcana, and it's all about being fearless and being ready to step out and, you know, and embark on these new on a new adventure, right? A new whatever this new thing is that you're embarking on, but just doing so with you know, in a fearless manner, just trusting in yourself, trusting in this new thing. So I do believe that, yes, there was an ending, but that, you know, this ending was something that was necessary. Yes, it was probably unpleasant, you know, and this can play out in many different ways with so many people watching the video. But I think that this change has caused you to kind of go within and really look at yourself, and maybe, you know, focus on fixing certain things, you know, within yourself, and how you react to different things, right? In order to improve, and in order to set off on this new journey. Now, the foundation of the reading is the Queen of Wands. And this is Wands, this is fire energy. So fire energy has to do with our ambition, our drive, our creativity, has to do with the work that we do, our day-to-day sort of, you know, the day-to-day things that we have to get done. It also has to do with like creative projects, our work, our ambition, our passion to complete those projects, right? And the Queen of Wands is a very strong individual. She's very charismatic. She's kind of a go-getter, not at all afraid to take on, you know, anything. You see that she's sort of staring right at us with her, you know, the lion next to her, and just looking very powerful, right? She's a very powerful person, and she trusts in herself, right? She's powerful in the fact that she, you know, she's sure of herself, and she knows that she can get whatever it is she sets out to achieve. She can get it done, right? And she's somebody who is kind of in 20 million places at one time, taking care of, whether it's at work or at home, or, she's a very caring individual, very loving individual, very charismatic. So if this is a person, this could be a female, typically an older female fire sign around you during the month of December. If so, then this would be an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, possibly. It doesn't necessarily have to be. And like I said in the beginning, you do have quite a few court cards in the reading. And we know that the court cards, they can be actual people, but they can also just be situations and events, or they can just be the energy that you're taking on. And I feel that here, this is more of you kind of, feeling as though, okay, I'm here and I will, I will survive and I will get through this. And I'm ready to take on new challenges. So I get that this is, even though it's not water energy, I feel that you were taking on the energy of this Queen of Wands here. In the past, there was some type of victory. So whatever it is that you decided that you needed to work on or you needed to do, you were victorious in this, right? The Six of Wands is all about victory and feeling victorious. And you have that here. And in your hopes and fears, I'm kind of jumping around a little bit, but you have the Five of Wands, right? And let me show you these two cards together. This is only a fear, right? It's not actually happening, or, won't happen. When in the hopes and fears position, this can be something that you do hope that happens during this time, or that you're fearing might happen. And the Five of Wands has to do with conflict, right? This is a card of conflict, but it's more of competition, of going up against other people. So, if this were in a work environment, this could just be opposing points of view in the work environment. This could also be you going out for a new job and, having to go up against other candidates for that position. And you see that the way that they're shown, we have the three men, they're holding up the wands, kind of challenging each other, trying to get gain the alpha position here. But they're not actually attacking. Same thing with the lions. The lions are baring their teeth. They're sort of, there's more to intimidate the others, but they're really not doing anything. They're not attacking. So it's a card more of trying to get ahead of competition, right? But in the past, you're victorious. So I think that this being with the Five of Wands in the fierce position, you're concerned that maybe there will be some type of competition, that maybe you won't be able to get over the win the battle or get the position, but you are, right? You were victorious here. And I think this is just kind of, it's a fear. It's not actually something that you need to worry about. And interesting, because you have, in the foundation, you have the Queen of Wands, and crowning your reading, you have a King of Wands. So there could be, there could be these figures that you are interacting with during the month. And if it is, it's, here we have the male and the female of the King and the Queen of the fire signs here, of the Wands. And he is a very formidable character. He is very strong. So I see there's a lot of strength here in your reading. There's a lot of power coming through, a lot of strength. And the King of Wands, he's very charismatic. He has great foresight, great insight. He really knows how to get things done. He's very creative, very ambitious, very strong. He's kind of a force to be reckoned with, really. He's a true leader, very charming, very magnetic, very passionate. So with you, with this in your crowning your reading, excuse me, I do get that it's really more you with all of this, the Wands energy. I feel that it's just you feeling this way, feeling very strong. And, if you aren't dealing with a male or female fire sign older in the month of December, I think this is you just kind of feeling ready to take on the world here. And you'll do it, right? You'll achieve it, because in the near future, you have the Star card. And this is a wonderful card. This is a wish upon a star. This is your dreams coming true. This is divine guidance. This card is also a card of healing. So whatever you went through here with the the Tower. And I see more healing cards here with, let me kind of link these three cards together because I feel that the message coming through is related to the three of them. So with the Star card, and then you as appearing as the Ten of Swords, and around you the Four of Swords, I've already talked a little bit here about the meaning of the Ten of Swords, and as you can see with the woman, it's it's a backstab card, being stabbed in the back, feeling betrayed, somebody getting away with something, and you just feeling just down. It's kind of the lowest point. It's that lowest point of a situation, just feeling down and out. But again, it's a 10. And you can't have a new beginning. You can't start something new unless you move out of the old. There has to be an ending, and the Ten of Swords is an ending. So whatever difficult situation you've been through with the Tower, with this card, whatever betrayal, and betrayal can be many different things. It doesn't necessarily have to be cheating in a romantic relationship. There can be emotional betrayal. There can be betrayal in the work environment. There can be, many types of betrayal. But it's over here, right? And it's ending. And even though, it's not easy to get through, you have two cards of healing here. So around you, you have the Four of Swords, which is, as you can see, the woman, she's laying in the snow, right? She has all the swords sort of laying around her. And it's a card that has to do with taking time out to recover, to recuperate, to kind of withdrawing from the world and recovering. And the Star card is a great card of healing. So, I think that there is this beautiful healing energy around you. And you've weathered the battle, weathered the fight, been through whatever the difficult situation was, and you've come out of it, and there might still be healing that's required, but, new things are coming in. And I see that here with, the clarifiers that I pulled out, the Tower card, which again is, this sudden, unexpected event or news coming in. I don't know why I'm drawn to these little, they look like little birdhouses, but at the same time they look like clocks almost. I don't know what that has to do with timing here. But something happened in the past with this Tower event. You might have, taken on this energy of the Queen of Swords, or this could have been dealing with an air sign individual. But, the Queen of Swords, she is kind of the divorced woman card. She cuts through the BS. She cuts to the chase. She cuts to the truth. She's a great communicator. She's very, powerful. She's very forceful. Has great insight. So this could be, just, and you see all the butterflies flying around her, which are symbolize regeneration, right? Which is also to do with the healing, regeneration. And then what comes in after it is the Wheel of Fortune, which is a change, right? It's a 10. This is a 10, just like the 10 of Swords. So endings and beginnings. And if you've been on the downswing, sort of on the, the downturn of the Wheel of Fortune, this is karmic, right? And after a downturn comes the upturn. So, things are looking up for you now. You've managed to weather whatever this was, this difficult situation, and you've come through it, right? And new things are coming in. We have that with the Fool, right? The new beginnings. And we have this with the Wheel of Fortune. Things are changing in your favor now. So, I'm sorry that if this, was something difficult that you went through, but there is healing around you, and there's divine guidance here. And there's, karmic ties and things moving, things changing in your favor. And then the outbound card is the King of Swords. And the King of Swords, he's an individual who sometimes he can be a little difficult in the sense that he's, he's very intellectual, right? We know that the suit of swords is air energy. So this has to do with our thoughts, cerebral energy. And he's somebody who, if there's a head or heart decision, he will always go with his head, right? Always go with his intellect. So he's a stern figure, but he's very just, very truthful. He's very decisive. He carries this double-edged sword. He cuts through to find the truth in a situation, right? But he prefers using his intellect. He's a very, kind of like, I think of a chess player, so he's very methodical, and, he's a very intellectual person. This could be a male, an older male air sign that could be coming in to help you. Sometimes this card is also associated, since he has to do with truth and justice, could be dealing with a lawyer. There could be, having to deal with a lawyer on some type of situation, or a judge, or somebody in law enforcement, possibly. But whatever it is, he comes in and he's very strong, and he's there to sort of cut through everything and get to the truth of the matter, get to the heart of the matter. So I kind of get the feeling that there's something here going on with some type of betrayal, or hiding things from you, or something that you found out kind of that came out of nowhere. But in the work environment, it was quite difficult for you. There's been the need for healing, but things are on the upswing now. Things are definitely changing for you, right? And if you are, if this is you taking on this energy of the King of Swords, then you could just be using your intellect to, to kind of battle your way out of the situation, right? To break free of whatever this was, and to move on and kind of fight your way through, but intellectually, right? Through to this new beginning. So, fighting for this new beginning here. And the two cards that we have that came out is the Oracle card messages. And for those cards, I typically just read from the guidebook. So we have, beginning with the Soulful Woman deck, that's card number 37, and it's called Savoring the Positive. And this card says, I slow down and savor the positive experiences in my life. I purposefully dwell on cherished events and people around me. Savoring the positive allows me to enjoy the moment and accept the delicious gifts that are in my life right now. Prolonging my attention on feelings and sensations connected to heartfelt memories, acts of kindness, and loving encounters, no matter how big or small, strengthens my capacity to embed them within my psyche. Over time, the practice of savoring the positive builds my emotional resilience, providing a foundation of strength that will support me during stressful times. And I think that this message it really resonates well with this Eight of Pentacles that I pulled here. And this message, that I was talking about, how, the need, or how you view a certain situation, right? How you react to that situation really affects kind of the outcome, right? If you are positive and maintain this positive outlook, even though it might not be easy to do, or very, it's a difficult situation, if you view the change as, bringing in something positive, try to view things from the positive side, then, that's what's going to get you through here. And the last card, Purpose, says, let me find it here. It says, you have chosen to reincarnate on Earth for one major goal, to express love in all that you do. The obstacles of this physical dimension can distract you from that goal, and it's easy to lose your way. Life on Earth is full of obligations that require your conscious attention, but that doesn't mean you can't infuse all your decisions with caring and compassion. Your purpose in life is not your career. Rather, your career is guided by your purpose. What activities speak to your soul? What brings you joy? That is the direction your soul is calling you toward to best convey your own unique expression of love and make a contribution to the world. If you are not happy with your current circumstances, then that is your soul telling you that there is a better way to manifest your own distinct gifts. Listen to your intuition. It is your connection to spirit and the voice of your soul. And I think that, that is definitely linked to this Ace of Pentacles, something new, some new job coming in. And remember when I was saying here that, maybe you might find out that, you're being fired, or you've lost your job coming into the holiday season. Maybe for some reason your hours were cut and you're concerned about that. But maybe that wasn't, it wasn't really in line with your life's purpose. And so this card just kind of says, focus on that, and then use that, and with all these new beginnings here, and the Star card, which again has to do with the divine and the spirit and the divine intervention here. Try to focus more on that as you navigate through whatever these changes are, right? Whatever these new things are. But definitely looks as though you're on the right path. It hasn't been easy, but I feel that you're feeling very, very powerful, very confident, sort of sure of yourself here. It hasn't been easy, but you have recovered. There has been some, kind of soul searching and recovery here. And you're on the right path, definitely. And a path that really is more in line, more in tune with your soul purpose. So, very nice message for the month of December for you, Pisces. Um, I do hope that the messages have helped you in some way. Please do tune in during the month of December. I'll be posting again the overview for 2018 for all of the astrological signs, looking, month by month what will be going on during the upcoming year. And I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for this holiday month of December. Take care, Pisces. Bye.